Good afternoon, traders. My name is Sifengema from QuickTrade. Welcome to our technical analysis webinar session. We are about to start now. Guys, I'm sorry. Yesterday, I think the emails were never sent out. That's maybe the reason why you were not invited. But I mean, if you checked your WhatsApp group messages, you should have received one, but I mean, it wasn't an email. Sorry about that. Guys, please indicate if you can hear me. Please shoot me a message there at the bottom using the the chat tool. Oh, lovely. Someone has just sent me a message. Gert, can hear me. Okay. Nadine can also hear me. Perfect. Okay, guys, let us start. Okay, someone else sent me something here again. Let me check. Okay, Risang. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, guys, is there anyone who's new, who's never attended any of my sessions? If you're new, please let me know. Yanni, so you're present. Okay, no, that's perfect. Okay, Risang is new. Okay, Risang is new. Okay, Risang, that's perfect. So no one else is new, it's just Rorisang. Okay, that's fine. Okay, guys. So to all of you that have been attending these, is there any issues that you are facing in your trading? Is there anything that you'd like to raise with me? Is there anything that is confusing you? Anything that's confusing you? Because every time when we do a session, I expect you guys to go and do uh, some practice in your own time. I expect you guys to do that. Is there anything that's giving you an issue? Is there any stock or currency pair that's puzzling you, that's losing you money, which is something that's not supposed to be happening according to you? Is there anything? Okay, so there are no issues. We are all making money. Okay, I see Yandis was typing me a message there. I'll wait for her. Okay, that's interesting, Yandis. Huh? The companies we get sent to trade lose money for us. Okay. So Yandisa, you're not involved. It's what you're sent. You're not involved. Okay, it's fine. We'll have a look at that. Okay, got that. Got that. Minimize it. Okay. Okay, Richard is saying the euro US dollar. Okay, I see Richard. You're saying that the euro US dollar, but I mean, what's your take on the euro US dollar? What do you think is happening there? Could you please just give me a quick analysis that you've done on it, and which side do you think the euro US dollar is going? And we'll have a look at it together. But I don't want you to drop all the work to me. You must do a little bit of work also, because I mean, we are learning here. I'm not here just to keep dishing out some stuff. I want us to work together, guys. Okay, Loveline is saying that she lost some money in Forex, so she's back in CFDs now. She's now trading CFDs. Okay, no, that's fine. But how long ago did you lose money on Forex? Loveline, how long ago did you lose money on Forex? Guys, I want us to discuss and talk about these things. I mean, I want you guys to get involved. I want us to have an interactive session, because I mean, this thing of me just talking, giving you stuff and hoping that you are going to use it constructively, and sometimes that never happens. So I don't want that. So that has to stop actually. Okay, that was 4 months. Okay, no, that's perfect. Okay, Richard, what makes you think that the Euro USD is about to go down? Is there any specific indicator that you're using? Are you using maybe the moving average? Are you using maybe your MACD, your RSI? What are you using? What makes you think that it's about to come down? Oh, okay. It looks like the bulls have run out of steam. Okay, you're using the EMA and the simple moving average. Okay, it's fine. We'll have a look at that. And Yandis, I'll go back to your comment there that the stuff that you get loses you money. I don't actually think that is the stuff that gets sent to you that loses you money. I think it's your analysis that loses you money. We always during these sessions try to analyze the market and say what you think of the current traits that we have, or traits that we have at a time. So we'll have a look at where maybe you are getting it all wrong. Okay. Let me see. Got to give up EMAs. Okay. Let's use the Euro US dollar. Let's use the Euro US dollar. Have a look at it and see what's likely to happen there going forward. Okay. Okay, guys. This is the first thing that we look at. This is our monthly time frame. We had a look at this one. I'm going to go back and remind you once again. End of April, we said that we had closed below the simple moving average on the monthly time frame, and for that reason, we were of the view that the Euro US dollar was likely to come off, and that actually did happen in May. This currency pair went down 2.8%. 2.77% to be exact. And right now, it's busy retracing after hitting this support that we have here. Around this point, around 1.16, 1.16. There's some serious support around that area. It hit that area, started moving up. Well, I mean, I haven't given up hope. I still think that I mean, in a few months' time, we're going to see the Euro US dollar coming off these levels again, because I mean I think going forward the US dollar is going to be stronger, but it's important that we check our technical analysis and we do not uh, I mean, I mean, yeah, jump to conclusion and say that the stock or the currency pair is about to come off, having not done enough analysis. But I mean, on this one, if you are a trader, you should be looking for short positions, more especially if you are not trading short term. If you are a disciplined guy, someone who's willing to give the market time. Okay, now this is the monthly time frame. Now let's check the daily time frame and check what's happening there. The monthly and the daily time frame are not in agreement. The monthly time frame is saying short, which means the price is below the simple moving average. But when you check your daily is saying buy. The price is above the simple moving average. So there is something very simple that we need to do there. We need to sit on our hands and do nothing on the euro US dollar. Wait for the US dollar to say buy, sorry, to say sell. Once it says sell, that's when you should actually jump in and start selling the euro and accumulating those US dollars. Right now, you cannot go in and sell the US dollar because we are trading above our simple. Oh, you're not getting my updates. Okay, sorry, guys. Made a mistake there. Let me move my. Sorry about that. I made a mistake there. Okay, let me show you the monthly. Sorry about that. I made a mistake. I was showing you my watch list there. I've just noticed now. Okay, this is what the monthly time frame is saying. The monthly time frame went below its moving average in end of April, and in May it went down 2.77%. That's actually irritating. That thing that keeps coming up there. Sorry about that. And it went down 2.77%, and month to date we are up 1.15%. This market is trying very hard to recoup some of those losses that it suffered in May 2018. But I mean, the main trend is still down. Let's check what the daily is showing us. Daily showing us a the price or the candles above the moving average on the daily time frame. So we cannot go in and short this market currently. We cannot go in and short this market currently. We need to wait for the for one of these candles to first close below the moving average, close below our moving average, then we can go in and start shorting this market. We want to see a setup like this. You see that highlighted bar there at the top. You want to see a setup like this or a setup like this one here. The price trading and closing below the simple moving average. Then you can go in and short. Currently, I wouldn't really go in and start buying some US dollars against the euro. I would wait for the euro to calm itself down or break below the moving average. Once that has happened, then I can jump in and start taking those short positions. Because even if you can go and check your hourly time frame, now I'm looking at the hourly time frame. Check your hourly time frame is saying buy. So if your hourly time frame is saying buy, and your daily is on a buy, you cannot really go in and and short that market. That's dangerous. You cannot do that. Another thing here, using the same hourly chart, let me show you. There is something happening here. We are still going to look at support and resistance levels that are key on this currency pair. We haven't done that. We'll go and have a look at those. There is this pattern that's taking shape here. You see, there's this pattern that's taking shape here. We haven't really closed above this 1,800, but I mean, if you look at this triangle pattern that we have here, it's possible that the euro US dollar is going to come back down to 1.176. 1.176. When it gets to 1.176, there is a trend line support here at the bottom of this triangle here. There's a trend line with this support here. Buyers could actually come in and start pushing the euro US dollar aggressively, pushing pushing the euro higher and selling the US dollar. So you must be very careful. I still expect to see another leg up on the euro US dollar before we can expect the bears or the sellers to come in and start pushing the price lower on the euro US dollar. So for now, I'm a little bit euro bullish and bearish the US dollar against the euro here. So I wouldn't really go in and start taking some trades here. Let's go back to our okay, let me see which time frame can we use. We can use the weekly time frame also. We can use the weekly time frame. Let us try and get our support and resistance levels here. I want us to use the dotted line, the dotted line chart. Let's look at this area here. This is why we got the market reversing. You see this point here, the dotted line. We are using the weekly this time. We are using the weekly. This was our previous support from 30 October 2017, and the price hit that area here around 1.16, and buyers came in and pushed the price up on the euro US dollar. Now let us look at the problem with the weekly is that we have too many turning points. Like each and every area that has a dot on it, you must know that that area is important. It either represents support or resistance. There's this area here. It's not really important, but I mean, let's just put our horizontal line on it, and there's this area here. We are connecting these. There's this area here, we are connecting these, and here we have our support, and we have our support here, and we are looking at this area here around 1.17976. That is our resistance here at the top, and this market has been struggling around that area there. So we want to wait and see what it does next around this thing that keeps coming up here. It's not. Okay, we have this dot here that goes back to July 2017. That area also is our resistance. In fact, my target on my target on the euro US dollar, to the upside is 1.18500. That's where I'm looking to maybe. That's where I'm expecting to see sellers coming in and pushing the price lower. Now let's go and have a look at those candles to see what they are showing us. Okay. You see what happened last week? The price shot up. We hit that. This tail hit our resistance at the top. It hit our resistance at the top, and the price started coming down. But let's check. If you are using your line chart, you won't be able to see that. You won't be able to find that. And how did we get that resistance area? We used the dotted line, and we had to go back to the 24th of July in 2017, and we found this turning point. And this is the turning point that showed us that there is something that is likely to happen around 1.18397. And when you use your line chart, you see the price went the price went up there. It hit that area. Sellers came in, they pushed the price down, and the price reversed a bit there. We closed below the next layer of resistance, because I mean this was our resistance. We took out our first resistance, we went to the second resistance. We found more sellers there. They pushed the price below the previous horizontal line there, which was our resistance, and the price closed the week below that area there. So this week again, I expect the price maybe to go up and test that That resistance at the top, I'll give you the exact level there, what that area is. This area is, well, I mean, we can just call it 1.84. We can call it 1.8, 1.18400. That area there, I expect to see this market pushing up there. From there, I expect to see sellers coming in, pushing the price below maybe the moving average. If that happens, we're going to see the price coming back down to the support around 1.17. If 1.17 is taken out, we're coming down back down to 1.1600. We're coming back down to 1.1600. We are using the weekly time frame there. We are not using very long-term time frames. So that is the area that you need to be on a lookout for. Uh, we can just call it what, 1.18400. That is where our resistance is on the Euro US dollar. I expect the price to still push up there before seeing sellers really taking control of this market. Okay, let me look at some of your comments here. And after that, I want to ask you if you understand what I've just shown you now on the Euro US dollar. Okay. Yandiswa, should I say companies choose markets are not crazy sometimes? Oh yeah, I was on the wrong screen there, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, you are now seeing my screen. Okay, guys, do you understand what I'm talking about here on the Euro US dollar? Do you understand how to analyze it? And do you understand the level that I'm looking at where I think that we have some serious resistance on the Euro US dollar there? Do you understand why I'm saying that? Does it make sense to you? Because I mean, if you don't understand, please say it. That no, Sikle, we don't understand what you're saying. You don't make sense. I'll try and go back to that example again and try and explain. Okay, you understand. Okay, who wanted to sell this? Let me check. Who wanted to sell this? Oh, Richard. Richard, do you understand why I'm saying that? I mean, I won't be a seller of the Euro US dollar at the moment. I won't be a seller there. I'll wait for the sellers to first show up before I do anything. Right now, on the daily chart, we are trading above our simple moving average. Hourly chart, we are above our moving average, so we cannot really go in and take a shot there. So I expect the price to break out of this formation here, this triangle formation. If we break out of this triangle formation, the price I think is going to go up to 1.18400. Maybe a little bit higher, maybe even towards 1.18500 before coming back down again. Oh, Mr. Mashamayite, a if you're using a mobile device, you won't be able to see what I'm showing on my screen. Sorry about that. Please use your either your laptop or your desktop. Then you will be able to see what I'm showing. Otherwise, you can only hear my voice, and my voice won't be very helpful because I mean I need you to see the examples that I'm showing you here. Okay, okay, Richard, you understand. Okay, it's fine. Let me go back to Yandiswa's comment. Let me go back to Yandiswa's comment. Yandiswa, you're saying that sometimes when you get trade ideas, you don't get to make money out of them. The reason why you don't get to make money out of those trade ideas, I'm not saying that all the trade, I mean, our trade ideas are 100% accurate. We are all human beings. We make mistakes. We have emotions, and all of that. So you cannot really expect to make money on all of them. If you are using your risk reward calculator correctly, you should be able to make money even if you get 5 trades out of 10. If you get 5 trades right out of 10, you lose on 5, you should still be profitable. You should still be able to make money. But I mean, if you don't work out your risk reward ratio well, you will definitely lose money. If you get a trade idea, the first thing you look at, you look at your monthly time frame. Check what your monthly time frame is saying to you. Is it above or below the moving average? That's the first thing that you look at. Okay. The next thing that you need to be on a lookout for are levels. Check where your support and resistance levels are. If there is a resistance level nearby, very close to the price, you can resistance. You cannot go ahead and buy that stock. And if the stock is trading at support, you cannot go short on that stock. You need to look at maybe buying that stock because it's at support. You cannot just go and buy and sell something that is trading on its support. You have to make sure that if something is trading on its support, you're buying. If something is trading below its support, you can go in and sell because it means that the support has failed to hold the price. You can give me examples of those trades where you lost money, Yandiswa. You can give me an example of those trades. We'll have a look at them and I'll show you exactly why you did not go well there. Okay, you are talking about IPL. Okay. Let me check. Oh, okay. I see, Richard. Okay, perfect. Okay, Yandi, so you're saying IPL. Which side was IPL? Was it buy or sell? Let me check from my phone if I can see. If I can see anything on IPL. I think this was an email. This was an email. I think you received this via. I think you received this via email. Okay, but let's have a look at IPL. What was the call there? What was the buy? Okay, it's fine. Let's have a look at IPL quickly. I need you to answer some of these questions for me, Yandiswa. Okay, Yandiswa, first things first, this is the monthly time frame. Where is the moving average? Where is the moving average compared to the price or compared to the candles? This was in May, end of May. Where was it? Yandiswa, this is the monthly chart. Do you see the do you see the moving average there? What is it saying and why? You don't need to write a long story there. No. Yandiswa, there is a problem. There is a problem. I want you to analyze using the simple moving average, and I want your period to be 10. If you're analyzing using the MACD, your MACD should have told you that this wasn't a buy, it was a sell, actually. It should have told you that. But look at our simple moving average. In May, we closed below the simple moving average. The stock was down 15% for the month of May, and month to date, we are down almost 3%. We are down 2.76%. Yeah, to be exact on this one, we are down 2.76%. So once you see this, you must know that this stock is likely to break lower. So you mustn't try and look for buy opportunities. You mustn't try and look for buy opportunities. Let's use the monthly. Should we use the monthly chart or the weekly? I don't know. We can use anyone. Let's use let's look at the weekly also. Look at the weekly. Your weekly is trading below your moving average. Can you see that? Your weekly is below your moving average. The first break was on the 19th of Feb. and the stock has been trading below the moving average. It hasn't broken above the moving average, so you cannot sell this. So you cannot buy this. This is a sell. This is a screaming sell, in my view. You cannot buy it. Okay, it's a screaming sell. Another thing, let us use a bigger time frame or a longer time frame. We'll use 3 months, which is a quarter. We'll use a quarter, and we're going to use the dotted line. You must use all of these when you are doing your analysis, guys. Okay, let us put this horizontal cross here around 218. This was our support before the price broke below 218. We will go to a shorter time frame to analyze this nicely. This was your support also. We are now trading below this area. This area is now our resistance. This area here where we have a dot means that it was our support. Now it's our resistance because we are trading below that area now. That is on the quarterly time frame. And where the market is currently trading, we are trading right on support based on this tick or based on this dot that we have here. We are right on support. Now we are marking this dot here. This dot is around 193. That is the dot we are looking at. That is where our main support is. Well, if this market decides to come down, we are expecting buyers to show up around 193. Around 193, we're expecting to see some buyers showing up and pushing the price up there. But there is a bit of a range there. We want to mark this dotted area also. So we are expecting, buyers around 193 and 188. We're expecting to see some buyers showing up and pushing the stock higher around 193 and 188 on Imperial. Right now, Imperial is not a buy. Okay, let's go to our daily time frame. We're now going to go to our daily time frame. We're using the 3 months just to get those levels where our support levels are. Okay. Well, we had okay. This area here around 210 is our resistance. The market went up. I don't know when exactly last week you got this one. The market went up towards 210, 212. Sellers came back in. They pushed the price. They pushed the price down. It closed below the moving average. It went up to that horizontal line again, which is our resistance. It hit that resistance around 210. Sellers came in once more. They pushed the price down. They pushed it down below the moving average. They gave us another bearish reversal pin bar. When we got here, because we have some support around this area. This support is where the market is currently trading. It's below 205.49 and 200. 205.49, sorry, 202.49 and 200 is our support on Imperial. We are still trading below the simple moving average on the daily. Let me update this. We are trading below the simple moving average on the daily. Any daily close below 200 looks like it will take us down to 193. Any break below 200 should take us down to 193. If 193 fails to hold, the price could actually drop down towards 188. 53, 188 area. That's where you can actually look to start maybe buying some Imperials around 193, 188. That's where I would actually look to go in and start maybe buying some Imperials based on the long-term support that we have on our quarterly chart time frame. I would go in there and try and buy some Imperial. You see here there is some long-term resistance. This resistance was we had this resistance beginning of 2017, and this was resistance back then. The price was failing to go beyond this area. It was failing until it successfully went through that area in August 2017. In fact, it was on the 22nd of August 2017, and now it's coming back to test that same support area once again. If the price gets to 193, 188, that's where I would really look to go in and initiate some long positions on Imperial. So there was no reason for one to go in and take a buy on Imperial. You were definitely going to donate some money to the market, because I mean your moving average on the monthly was saying sell, moving average on the daily, oh sorry, on the weekly was on a sell, so you cannot really go against those. If the daily is saying buy, you wait until it agrees with the monthly or the weekly, then you can go ahead and take the trade. If they are not in agreement, you don't take the trade. Oh, okay, Andy. So you're saying city? Well, I don't know what that means, but I mean, I mean, the only thing that I'm trying to teach you guys here, I'm trying to teach you to use the simple moving average until you are comfortable reading the market, reading the chart. Once you're comfortable reading the market and the charts, then maybe you can go ahead and use all the other indicators that the market has to offer. For now, let's just stick with the simple moving average. That way, we will be able to simplify our trading process and we will be able to make some money. Mr. Matamane is saying, are we the correct? Okay. Are we on the correct imperial chart? Yeah, this is IPL. This is the correct chart, Mr. Mataman. This is imperial. The short code is IPL. This is the correct chart. Okay, Gert is saying like today's trade idea, there's resistance around 320, 321 on Kumba. It's a buy at 315 and the stop loss is at 308. Take profit 337. I did not see it. Gert, let me let's go check out KIO Kumba. I'm done with Imperial. First things first, we're going to check our monthly time frame. Monthly time frame, yeah, it's a little bit confusing. It's a little bit confusing because I mean it's been rising. Yeah, it's been rising since 2016. Came down here mid 2017. It went above its moving average. It went up. Now it retraced down, and now it's on its way up again. It's on its way up again. This one is a little bit confusing because I mean, well, I mean, May was up, was positive. We're up 8%. But let's check our weekly. I'm sure the weekly is saying buy. Weekly is on a buy, so I think I agree with a buy on this one. Weekly is on a buy. The daily is on a buy also. I think I agree with that. But now let's go back to our quarterly time frame. I want to check these levels to see if it's fine to go in and take a long on this one right away. This is your support here. I'm using this dotted line around 268, 266, 67. Another dotted line there. Another dotted line here, beginning of Jan this year. Another dotted line that we have is here. This was back in 2014. This area is still relevant, guys. You mustn't think that because it was back in 2014 it's not relevant anymore. It's still very, very much relevant. Okay. So these are the levels I'm looking at on a quarterly time frame. These are the levels I'm looking at. We have resistance around 339. We have support around 283 here. and our next area of resistance is around 379, 380. That's where I think the price is likely to go up to next. Okay, let's check. The price came down to this area. Well, it hit that area, started moving up. So this is our support. This is our main support here. This is our main support here. Let's make this one thicker. Let's go back there. I just want to double check. We use this dot here. That dot helped us spot or locate that support area there. This is where our support was, around 264, and the price hit that area and started moving higher. I will show you now on the daily time frame. I'll show you that on the daily time frame. You see, the price was coming down. It had it had started coming down around when was that? Around March. Came down. It was below our resistance at 340. Sorry, at 339 or 340. It came down to this area. It bounced off this area a few times, and that 266 was our support. I think you guys can see that support. 266. It bounced off that area a few times, trading sideways, until we broke above this minor resistance around 283.86 or 284. The price went above. It was above the simple moving average. It went up. It went back down to test this 283.84 support, and it started moving up again. So clearly, it's in a rising trend. On the daily time frame, we are above the moving average, and it looks like the next main area of resistance, in my view, is 339, 340 on Kumba. Let me check what your levels are. The Gert, you're saying resistance is at 320, 321. Resistance at 320, 321. I think maybe if you use this area here, in fact, well, I'm gonna see that around 320, 325. It's around 325 hertz, but I mean this is minor. This is our minor resistance that we have. It's our minor resistance. I still expect the price to go up to 339. The TP is 337.63. I think the TP is right there. I think it makes sense. The only thing that I'm not too sure about is the stop loss, because I mean if the stop loss is 315, I think the stop loss is too tight. Okay, no, it's a buy. But 315 is a buy. Stop loss is at 308. Okay, let me check this. 309. Yeah, I think this is guys. I think this is a good trade. I think this is a good trade. I agree with the guys. I think this is a good trade, and our stop loss I think is perfect. The only thing that I want to check the weekly time frame. I want to check how it looks like. The weekly time frame also is looking good. It shows that there is some positive momentum going on here. Buyers are there. They are pushing the price up. Last week we were up 10.6%, and this week I expect to see a follow through from this market. I expect the market to go up to 339, 340. Well, I mean, there's a lot going on in the market, but I mean, looking at this, I think there's a good chance that we are going to do very well on this trade here. Another thing that we can do, we can draw a a declining trend line here showing a trend break. You see that trend line there. You see, well, you can move it up a bit. There's that declining trend line. The market is clearly broken out of this falling trend line here, and the price is making its way up. If you are checking the weekly, the problem is that the price could actually come down to our stop, but I strongly believe that the price is still going to push higher towards that 339. In fact, 339 should be your minimum target. From 339, I expect the price to move up to 380 on Kumba. Gert, I think this is a good call. I think if this market continues to move higher, we are definitely going to see some money from this trade here. I think it's a good trade. Why don't you agree with me on this one, Gert? Let me check on the weekly time frame if I can see any overhead resistance here. Well, I mean, if you are using the weekly, you're checking that there is some overhead resistance, but I really like using if you are not short-term trading, I really like using the quarterly time frame. I think the quarterly time frame can give you good support and resistance levels. I think it's perfect for that. I expect to see this pushing a little bit higher. I think it's a good buy. We had our support around 283. We respected that support area. The price moved up off that support, and the next thing I want to see is the price challenging that 340 area. If it successfully it takes out that 340, 339 area, I expect to see 380 on this one. This is the trade that can actually make up for most of your losses that maybe you could have suffered since the beginning of the year. Oh, okay. You're saying that you got resistance around 320 on the monthly chart. Okay, let's have a look at the monthly chart. Let's have a look at it. Yeah, Gert, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. On the monthly chart, there is something there. I see what you mean. We are right at support. Oh, sorry, we are right at resistance there. We are right at resistance. We are right at resistance. But I mean, the main thing that you should use here, Gert, also. Yeah, 320. I got it. Yeah. Another thing that you should use here also, Gert, is your main trend. Your main trend or your current trend on this one is up. Your current trend on this one is up. You have a rising, you have a rising trend here. You have a rising trend line here. The market came down to our support. It went up. So even if this market were to reverse a bit, I do not really expect to see it staying below 320 for a very long time. I expect the price to shoot higher, go up towards that 340 and move higher, because you see what this market did. Let me show you what this market did. This market went up. Okay, which one must I use? It went up. It went up. Came down. Went up here. Came down again. Went up. And came down. And now it's going up again. Okay, it went up. We got a retraced. It pulled back. It went up. It pulled back. It went up. It pulled back here, and now it's on its way up. In my view, I think that is what is happening here on this one. I think now it's on its way up because I mean the trend is up. The trend is going up. Uh, we went up. We had a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This low is higher than this one here. That is why I'm calling it a higher low. From here, I expect this market to challenge that 380. If we successfully take out 380, I think this market is going to go a little bit higher. Maybe the next area we should look at is around what, maybe 440, 450. 420 first, then maybe 450 around there. That's where I think this market is going. So I think this is a good trade. Another thing that we can look at the hourly time frame on the same stock, Kumba. Let's look at the hourly time frame. The hourly time frame, the price is not really above. When we closed below the simple moving average, but I mean the price is still holding up very nicely. I do not suspect anything bad from this one going forward. I think that the price is still gonna move higher. We may actually get maybe the price coming a little bit down, which could actually give us a bit of a problem. But finally, the price should actually get to 339, 340, and 380. Those are the levels I'm looking at there. Okay, guys. Any other questions? We can go back to the same. We can even go back to the same stock and talk about it, or look at other opportunities that exist in this market. Let's have a look at the stock I've been following now for quite some time. That stock is Vodacom. Vodacom. Okay. First thing, let's look at the monthly chart. Vodacom is a short. It was a short in end of March. End of March, we got a short on Vodacom. In April, the market went up 3.2. It did actually come down, but I mean, it didn't spend a lot of time around this area here. As you can see, there's a long tail below the body. And in May, the stock dropped 7%, 7.28%. And month to date, we are down 2.2% on Vodacom. So Vodacom is a short currently, but I want us to look at our support levels. Even though it's a short, it's important that we check where support levels are on Vodacom so that we can position ourselves for some long trades, because Vodacom is a good company, it's a good business, it cannot drop forever. I'm marking this point here. This is your support around 138.77. Okay. These are very tight. Close to each other. 137, 137.38. Another support that we have here is here. 133. 133. Overhead resistance. Let's get it. Let's get it here. Overhead resistance is around 145, 146. So that's where our overhead resistance is. But I mean, our support is around 133. Let's do this. Okay, this is the structure. This is how it how the chart of Vodacom looks. It has been declining. If let me refresh this, let me see. Okay. There is a lot of sellers here between 145 and 138. There is a lot of sellers around 145, 145.73 and 138. Well, 77, 137 area there. There is a lot of sellers. But between 137 and 133, I think this is a buy zone in my view. Anything around this area here, 137 or 137.50 and 133, this is a buy zone. This is where buyers orders are waiting. I think there's a lot of buy orders waiting around this area here because I mean this is our main support from the quarterly time frame. So I mean at the end of June, I think maybe towards at the end of June we're going to get maybe a little bit of I mean selling pressure taking a shape here on Vodacom, pushing Vodacom maybe below those support levels that I've just marked here, 138.77, 138.38, pushing it lower maybe towards 133, 135, 133. So anywhere. So the range is 137, 133. I think that's where buyers are on this one. If you can get any daily close, sorry about that, any daily close above the moving average after the market has hit these levels here. If you get any daily close above the moving average after the market has hit these levels here that I've just shown you, I'm talking about 137, 133. You can quickly go in and take a long on that one. You cannot really expect the market to go up immediately, but maybe if you give it a couple of weeks, it should actually move higher towards that 145, 146 area. And if we are lucky enough, we take out that area, we could actually end up even getting to 150, 150, 155 on Vodacom. So Vodacom is an important stock that I think is going to do very well maybe over the next couple of weeks. Please keep an eye on it. I think there is some money to be made off Vodacom over the next couple of weeks. You must just keep an eye out for that 137, 133 area around there. I think that's where we're going to get the price reversing and moving higher. Okay, guys. That's all that I have for you today. If you guys don't have any more questions, I don't know if you understand how we use that simple moving average in conjunction with our support and resistance levels. It's very important that you understand that support and resistance levels are more important than the moving averages. The moving averages come after the support and resistance levels. Once your chart reading skills has improved, you will be able to, make some good decisions just using the naked chart without even the simple moving average there. The simple moving average is just there to guide you to make sure that you are on the right side of the market. Well, I mean, if you are around Joburg, Yandiswa, I can give you 30 minutes to an hour. Yeah, we can sit if you are around Joburg. You're welcome, Gert. You're welcome. Thank you so much for taking time out to attend our session. Have a great afternoon. You're welcome, Love Line. Guys, please go and practice. Please go do this on your charts. You see these lines that we've drawn here using maybe the quarterly time frame. You can use these lines for 2 3 years, 2 3 years, or even 4 years. It was, I mean, every time the market goes down to these levels here, you can see every time it gets down here, buyers come in, push the price up. Comes down here, buyers come in, push the price up. It didn't actually quite get to this range here, but it touched this line and started moving up. Again, 2017 December, it hit that area, started moving up. These lines are very important, guys. Please pay some special attention to these. Sibonga kakhulu lapho Silo. Thank you so much, big guy. Okay, guys, I think we are done. If you guys have anything to send my way, this is my email address, sihle at quicktrade.co.za. That's my email address if you have anything to send to me. Sihle at quicktrade.co.za. If you have a currency pair or a stock that is confusing you, you don't know what to do, you can just send it to me. We'll have a look at it together and I will give you a piece of my mind, tell you what I think of it. So you don't do online. Yandiswa, I've never actually done online. I do face to face with people that come in here in our office in Joburg. That's what I do. Okay, Gert is still busy typing some message there. I'll wait for him. I'm never gonna shut down. Yes, Gert will have one tomorrow again, from 12 to 1, same time. So yeah, you can prepare for it. If you have some questions, you can prepare them. If you have stocks to suggest, you're welcome to do that. Guys, thank you so much. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.